Today we are going to install the new DRT Motorsports RZR Pro R rear bumper. This bumper fits the 2022 Plus Polaris RZR Pro R 2 and 4 door models. Install time is about 45 minutes. Can be installed by yourself with a difficulty level of beginner, but crossing over into intermediate. Tools needed for this job are a 3/8 ratchet, a 13 and 15 mm socket, a 13 and 15 mm wrench, a T40 Torx socket, a 5 mm Allen wrench, a long pry bar, and don't forget your safety glasses. So, gather the tools, and let's install. First, let's assemble the rear bumper components off of the vehicle, so installation of the bumper is much easier. Start by joining the right and left lower grille upright pieces of the bumper to the bottom of the upper main cross section of the bumper, as seen here. Do this by using the 6, 5 mm Allen bolts and 13 mm backing nuts supplied in the hardware kit. Next, tighten the bolts until snug, then, line up the uprights to the upper main cross section, and tighten down. Now, repeat these steps to install the other upright piece. Next, install the two outer wing sections of the bumper to the sides of the upper main cross section, as seen here. Do this by using the 4, 5 mm Allen bolts supplied in the hardware kit. Again, tighten the bolts until snug, then, line up the wings to the upper main cross section and tighten down. The rear bumper is now complete, and ready to install on the vehicle. Next, prep the vehicle for the bumper installation. First, remove the two T40 Torx bolts, as shown here. Then, using a 13 mm socket and wrench, remove the two bolts and hardware that hold the crossbar to the framework, and set them aside. Then, remove the 4 lower bolts and hardware shown here, with a 15 mm socket and wrench. Be careful to catch the backing nuts as they will fall when removed, and could get lost within the vehicle. Now, pull the bolts through, and set them aside. The passenger side, inside bolt can be a little tricky to remove. Just take a long pry bar, and slide it in against the muffler as shown here. Then, pry against the framework, pushing the muffler to the left. This moves the muffler mount just out of the way enough to remove the bolt with ease. Next, grab the rear bumper and slide it into place, resting the bottom of the bumper on the framework crossmember, then line up the 4 bolt holes. Then, reinstall the 4 15mm bolts you just removed. Just slide them into place at this time. Next, reinstall the 2 T40 Torx bolts snugly. Again, using the pry bar, slightly move the muffler to the left, and the bolt will slide right back into place. Then, put the backing nuts on, and loosely tighten the 4 15mm bolts. Do not tighten them down at this point, as we will be aligning the bumper later. Note, the upper wing mounting brackets are not the same. The longer bracket installs on the passenger side of the vehicle. Next, install the mounting bracket as shown here, with the long tab on the bottom. Then, align the holes and slide the 13mm bolt back into place in the crossbar. Do the same to the other side, and install the backing nuts snugly. Now, align the bracket and bumper holes and install the supplied 2 5mm Allen bolts and backing nuts, and tighten them loosely. Next, make sure the bumper is aligned and centered on the vehicle and begin tightening down the bumper mounting points starting at the bottom 4 bolts. Then, the T40 Torx bolts. And lastly, the wing mounting brackets. Congrats, that completes your DRT Pro R rear bumper install. This bumper was designed to complement the Pro R's factory lines, and integrate perfectly into the design and flow of the factory bodywork. This DRT Pro R rear bumper adds strength and real protection to the rear end, and with paintable mesh inserts and easy installation, makes this a must for your Pro R. Until we meet on your next DRT install, be safe out there. If you have any questions during your installation, don't hesitate to contact us via phone or email. We are here to help.